What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I am joined by the greatest air drummer in history himself, the podcast dad. Choops, how you doing, buddy?
I am exhausted. If you cannot tell by my eyes, I am so tired. But
we made it through another week.
Well, it's not over. I still got tomorrow. But I made it through another week with you. Ha. Hey.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was referring to, but whatever.
Real quick, hashtag more ass in wrestling.
Yeah.
You suck. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop being creepy. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Stop being creepy.
Honestly, this chooch isn't even worth our time today. Let's be honest.
I'm just throwing it out there. Hey, don't be creepy. That's my advice for the weekend.
Fair. Anyway, welcome back, guys. As always, hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. If you know one person that would enjoy the show, please share it with them. Help us to grow our community. People that feel that they need to provide misogynistic comments need not apply.
Don't listen to us.
Yeah,
I don't want you.
You won't like it. Support our right here. Buy a mug, buy a T-shirt, buy a beanie, not a hat.
You see this? Do you see this? If we had a hat, I would have that on.
Yeah,
we don't.
This is true. I'll work on it. We don't. Okay.
Yet. Stay tuned, folks. There you go. Yeah. Always leave them with a cliffhanger.
New designs are in the works all the time. Check out our newest support independent wrestling shirt. New designs are in the works all the time, is what I said.
Ooh,
what did you think that I said?
I thought you said new designs. I was like, oh no, I didn't sign up for that one, buddy.
No, that's for Patreon.
No, it's not. No,
you're no fun. Also, check out the podcast dad later tonight on the On the Mark podcast. Support our fellow main event _net brothers. Going to be a great show with the podcast dad and Mr. OTM podcast son. Chris is disappointed for some reason. I don't know. He'll think of one. Check that out tonight at 8/7 Central. I will have it on my phone while I go eat wings at the Oak.
That's right. Daddy's here for the OTM podcast. Get ready.
Yeah, Daddy's coming.
Okay.
Got him.
All right. Did you like AEW last night?
I did actually. It was a fun episode, start to finish. We're getting some continuity as far as this elite storyline here. Tony Khan is not on my television every week like I was concerned that he was going to be, and it's also bringing a tear to my eye. AEW knows how to, they're at least trying to weave some story into the matches that we're getting. So,
continuity in your storylines. Yeah. What an amazing concept.
Who would have thought?
No, in all seriousness, no. Dynamite was good. Like you said, you just finished watching it here a little bit ago. I did not see the entire episode, but I saw highlights and all that good stuff. I'm really, really pumped about this Anarchy in the Arena, though. FTR, Eddie Kingston, and Bryan Danielson. What a team going against the Young Bucks, Okada, and Jack Perry. That's a pretty nice match, and I'm excited to see what they do, especially with Anarchy in the Arena. Eddie Kingston's, I think, one of the legends of that match so far, and then Danielson had a great showing last year in it. So this will be, they're always fun, but this one I think has a little bit more juice because of the storyline going into it rather than what we've seen the last couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and this is probably the appropriate place to start here. I mean, the Bucks are firmly in control of the show now.
They parked in his parking spot.
It's all like basically the opening credits to Dynamite are just those 4 members of the Elite. They're showing them backstage at Gorilla. They're really. I love that they are leaning into this character. I know that you weren't necessarily super sold on it to start, but they've really, really grown into this, and I am enjoying watching them have fun with it for sure.
I love this now. In the beginning, I did not like it, but they've kind of just leaned super heavy into it, where it's and those stupid mustaches are gone. Everything about it now just makes.
The facial hair is still slightly douchey, though.
It is. Yeah. But the mustaches look stupid. Like, the facial hair looked great. It is very douchey. But overall, like they're leaning into it so much, and then now with Okada there, and now Jack Perry kind of being the outsider that come back in, it's working well. It's working well. I mean, I still think we will ultimately get a blood and guts type match
for sure
with at least the elite. I don't know about the participants on the other side. You'd have to think Kenny Omega, Hangman Page are going to get involved in this somehow after being kicked out of the elite. Who they team with? Maybe.
I do like the sound of that. I do very much like the sound of that. You also have to think, just for Dark Horse's sake, Mox, maybe. I mean,
maybe, yeah.
He is kind of one of those, heart and soul of AEW kind of guys that, like, when the chips are really down and there's some, corporate douchebaggery that needs to be vanquished, that he might step up and be like, all right, I'm always down to get into a fight. That's just me, but I want to go to Kenny even announcing this match. Just he did it from the hospital bed, kind of playing up the effects of the ambush last week. I also enjoy that he is also exercising his EVP power, because it would be very easy for the Bucks just to kind of run roughshod and for them to have Kenny do nothing, I feel like, in this situation. But, because they are also active performers, he has a say in, those decisions as well. So I do like that he's leaning into his power as well, trying to combat it where he can. I don't expect him to overrule a whole lot of what the Bucks do, going forward in the first place. But it is nice to just kind of remind everybody, hey, he's still got some stroke too.
Well, it's a good way to keep him on TV. Obviously, he's not cleared, or I think he would have been in this match. But it's a way to keep Kenny Omega on the minds of the fans. Like, yeah, he can do a bunch of these pre-tape segments, but he's still on your television, and that'll help boost your ratings because people want to see what Kenny Omega is going to do. It's smart by Tony Khan and AEW to have him there as well, and have Tony Khan kind of move to the background. And again, as I've said a couple times, have Kenny Omega kind of be that surrogate for Tony Khan, because nobody wants to see Tony Khan wrestle. Nobody wants to see Tony Khan in the ring. Nobody wants to see Tony Khan sell. Let Kenny Omega
know how to do it.
No, but let Kenny Omega do what he does best. Cut these promos and then get out there and wrestle and be that kind of person to go out there to do that, rather than have Tony Khan be a on-air authority figure that nobody wants to see right now.
Yeah, no, I just in this, I can't believe I'm going to say it again, new era, there's just no need for it. It worked for WWE for a long time because they kind of they perfected the formula, and there was realism to it.
Looking back at it now.
Yeah, but now
the storylines are a little problematic.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I like how AEW has differentiated themselves. We kind of just, when there is news from Tony Khan or an announcement, the announcers break it, just right into the ear. I see no reason not to continue that, even in Tony's absence. This plays into the Bucks' hand, just kind of, again, being the, again, that those EVPs with their heads in the clouds, and just, having a megalomaniacal reign of terror, so to speak. And it just seems to work for them. Keep it at that. Less is more.
$10 word, though. Good for you.
Sorry, I was listening to Incubus today. Ugh. What?
Such an overrated band. Such an overrated band. I'm sorry. You know me, I'm a Korn guy.
I do know that.
I have a surprise for you next week, too.
Oh, boy.
Just get ready. Or not. Is it next week? No. What's today's date?
Today is the 9th.
The 9th?
Yes.
Mother's Day is Sunday, everybody remember, because I forgot.
Why would you say it out loud?
She knows. Yes. Not next week, the week after. I do have a surprise for you.
Okay.
It is my children's birthday in 2 weeks, and
I'm quite nervous.
We're having a themed party, and that may have involved a purchase in the mail.
Oh!
So we will see.
I didn't know we were going belt shop. Okay.
Teaser. You think I'm gonna get my kids a belt?
No, for you.
What? I don't get anything.
Well, I mean, they are kind of here because of you, so it's kind of a
don't you ever forget that
an annual good work slugger,
Yeah. Well,
we spend way too much time together.
Yeah, I don't know how to respond to you now.
Well, here's Mr. Gagliardi's guess: inflatable wrestling ring.
We do have an inflatable something. Bounce house.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's exciting. Hey, we're going all out for the Usos. They watched a little bit of Dynamite last night too, so it was good.
Nice. See, it's not just a gimmick. He actually has dependents.
I do. 2 of them, and it's you see the bags under my eyes. Those 2 don't help that.
Those were on there the day I met you, so it's fine.
They've gotten worse. And you know that.
I do know that, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Shut up. You look puffy.
What? I know I always look puffy.
Can you tell I'm tired?
Yeah, I can actually. You're it's like a slap happy. Yeah.
Yep. And I spend way too much time in my entire life talking to you.
But you have to admit, like, this has been one of the quieter weeks that we've had as far as just general wrestling conversations, right?
Well, I mean, just general news too. There hasn't been a ton of. I mean, other than and I know this is an AEW centric episode, but WWE and USA coming to a agreement to air Raw for those 3 months before they go to the Netflix. Did you see that?
I didn't, but you had to think that was going to happen.
I think it's $25 million to stay on there for 3 months.
Oh wow, that's not bad. It's nothing to sneeze at.
Well, no, I'll take $25 million. USA Network, if you want us to come on for 3 months, we'll take $25 million.
I'll take $2,500.
Well, start high and then go low, dipshit. Damn it!
Oh, that's a callback. Yeah,
it is. What else on AEW did you like? Brody King and Adam Copeland.
Oh yeah, tore the house down. Absolutely. Yes. I would give me that again at Double or Nothing. Run it back. That was a great match. Good. Copeland is doing exactly what I think they had in mind for him, just working with these younger talents and helping get them over. Brody King is and I know that we've still got some time before these contracts are up, but at least they're building Brody as a star before Malachi and Buddy most likely leave, which is super cool.
Yeah, I think Brody deserves to be a star. I mean, You look at his past year; he's had a lot of good matches. If you remember his Continental Classic too, I mean, he was the only member of the House of Black involved, and he provided some very good matches. I think there is a way to break him and Julia off by themselves and continue this gimmick. But Brody King has a lot of talent, and I'm glad we're getting to see it on a bigger stage and have it showcased a little bit more. Copeland, like you said, just kind of doing the thing that we kind of all wanted him to do anyway, is just go out there and have matches. Just go out there and tear it up while you still can. We don't know how long he's going to be around. He is pushing that age, and obviously the neck injury is still a thing, but we are very lucky that we're getting Adam Copeland right now wrestling matches like we saw last night. So I don't want to take that for granted.
It is. I mean, and he's helping to bring some credibility back to that championship that lost it so long ago.
Yeah. Christian helped with it too. I will say that.
Yeah, sure.
Christian was like the top heel in the business holding that title.
Yeah.
Like those two, and it's crazy that it's those two that have had to bring prestige back to that title, where it hasn't felt like such a hot potato like it did. It just,
even though they themselves hot potatoed it, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but that one was more storyline driven than anything. It wasn't like Scorpio Sky winning it for like 48 days, and then Sammy Guevara winning it for 3 days, and then somebody else winning it for another 2 days, and whatever Wardlow did with that title for 3 times. This one feels like a little bit more grounded. Like Christian had a great run with the title. Edge won it, and then there was a storyline purpose for him to lose it, and then he won it back from Christian, and now he's doing his thing with the Copeland Open, the Cope Ope, and Christian's moved on. So it feels like that title is now more of a television title than what it has been in the past.
Yeah. And this is a comment from Mr. OTM wondering, and I'm not sure if you saw this in any of the highlights, but the no-sell pile driver at the end of the Trent Beretta Orange Cassidy opener. Beretta hits Orange Cassidy with a pile driver on the steps. No real reaction to it. I think he still ends up walking out with Don Callis at the end of Orange Cassidy, being that he, as Chris Statlander is once again talking to Trent. What are you doing? What are you doing? All of that. I guess in the moment, I really didn't think a ton of it. I mean, it just feels like this is a very, it's a blood feud, and I'm willing to overlook a little, some of these kind of, some of these kinds of moments because this isn't really the end of this story for them. I mean, honestly, I could see this being something where we get the lights out match treatment. It's been a while since we've seen a good one of those, and I think that if anybody could deliver in that environment, it's Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. I'm just glad that we're finally seeing this story. We're starting to see the story evolve and implode because they could have done the same thing for the next 5, 6, 7 years of best friends just kind of being together and rah 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 rah. But Orange Cassidy needs to evolve as a character. Trent Beretta, there's so much more that they could do with him. Chuck Taylor, I think, is the one that I feel like could get lost in the shuffle here as we're starting to see this. I think this team fracture.
I think he's done.
I think that was more of a work.
From what I read, it's more of a shoot.
Really?
Yeah, like his ankle's really messed up. Is from what I read. Like it was even hard for him to get through that match. Is what I read. So that might be, that could have been Chuck's last match, just depending on how that ankle is.
Yeah.
Almost like almost like a Brian Pillman thing, where it was really, really messed up and it just didn't heal properly, and maybe came back too soon and messed it up again.
Yeah.
But I think that one might be done. I'm almost at the point where when somebody on AEW no sells, it's just kind of normal.
Yeah.
Right? Because they do it all the time. So it's not anything crazy. For me, like, sure, this continues that story with Orange Cassidy, and I think we need to see that evolution of his character ever since he lost the All Atlantic. No.
Yes.
What's it called now?
I
can't remember what it's called. I think was the All Atlantic.
No, not the
International.
International, yeah.
Okay. The All Atlantic was the original name.
Yes.
Shout out to me because I'm a wrestling junkie.
I want that belt.
Real ones remember. It is a nice belt. But ever since he lost that title and then won it back from Moxley, he won it back from Phoenix.
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, because Moxley lost to Phoenix when Moxley got hurt, and then Phoenix got hurt.
Yeah.
And then, he won that title again, and that second run didn't feel as important as the first one. After that match with Moxley and Orange Cassidy, I thought Orange Cassidy was like going to the main event, and that we just we didn't see it. So let's continue this evolution with him. Does he join the Don Callis family? Maybe I could see Statlander joining the Don Callis family. That would be
I would like to see that
because they don't have a female member, correct?
No, they don't.
So that would be fun.
They don't. Yeah. We'll see. I think with Orange Cassidy, I think that the character needs to evolve. I would rather see him just develop some edge as opposed to a full-on heel turn. I wonder what a character like that does as a heel, because everything, most everything that he does is to play to that crowd to get that positive reaction that I don't know what you do to go negative, but that's discussion for another time. Let's talk about our AEW World Champion. I've had this up for a little bit now here on the screen from Joe Shipley. It feels bad that Swerve got betrayed last night, and to kind of go along with this, Mr. OTM, this kind of looked like a weak champion, just from a booking standpoint. It's very. I mean, we knew who his challenger was going to be at Double or Nothing. We learned that a couple of weeks ago, and then his group turns on him in the lead up to that match.
This was necessary, though. I think this was necessary because the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage were not going to turn face. And it doesn't make sense for your face world champion to be with somebody or with a group that's not face. I am happy that this happened now rather than at the pay-per-view where it may have cost him the title. Get this split already happening, so then we go into the pay-per-view and we don't have to worry about that. Like, I think Swerve is going to easily win and continue this title reign, but you want to kind of get him away from that group now as opposed to during the pay-per-view or like after the pay-per-view.
See, I would go the opposite direction here. It just, I agree with you that, yeah, you're not turning Cage or Gates of Agony face anytime soon. You definitely shouldn't. I think there's a lot. I mean, they have a lot of value as a heel trios team, especially now that Bullet Club Gold has all 9 belts to represent the trios division. We'll come back to that. But I think that I would agree with Kyle that it just feels weird having this group turn on him in the lead up where he's already got one challenger and these are two rivaling factions, and we're not looking at Brian Cage or Gates of Agony as potential number 1 contenders for this title anytime soon. So realistically, you could have ended the show. You could have ended Double Nothing where Swerve still gets the win, but Gates of Agony turns on him. I think that what we still, the real question is, where does Prince Nana lie here? Because he was conspicuous by his absence last night as well, which is, that's an entirely different discussion. But I think that, I don't know. I have no problem with the fact that the split happened because you're not going to turn face. It's just I personally would have waited until Double or Nothing. That could have been you could end the show like that.
And that's fair. You are entitled to your opinion, as am I, as are all wrestling fans. Just don't be creepy. But for this, I have a question for you. I have a question, for Kyle and in the chat, or we can talk about it tonight. Has AEW ever booked a face world champion strongly? Can you remember one? Maybe Moxley?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's. I mean, he's kind of the biggest example.
MJF's title reign as a face was meh.
Yeah, because that was bogged down the Double storyline, and if Adam Cole hadn't gotten hurt, I think that would have been a different outcome.
Okay, let's talk about Hangman.
Not the greatest. Not as great as him being the hunter.
CM Punk
got in his own way. And Kenny was heel. He aligned with Don Callis that night.
Yep. No, Kenny was and again, the heel champions have been really good for AEW. Maybe AEW is that heel territory where we have more interest in the face chasing. We had more interest in Adam Page trying to win the title. We had more interest in CM Punk trying to win the title, with Moxley trying to win the title. With Swerve, everybody got behind him because they wanted to see him win the title. Maybe it's just a heel company where Jericho was great as the AEW World Champion.
And now he's a pain in the ass.
Hold on. You shut your mouth about the learning tree. But
I'm going to cut one of the switches from this learning tree and take it right to... You know what? Okay.
Whoa.
I know. That was a little hostile. I heard it. I'm sorry.
Whoa. You've been...
This is not my Batman glass.
Very mean to me this week.
It's been a long week. It's been a long week.
I don't care. Have I been mean to you this week?
You're usually mean. I was going to say, you don't get to...
Kyle, I will be on my best behavior tonight.
No, you won't.
It depends on what subject we get into. Yeah, I think AEW is more of a face chase company. See what I did there?
I did.
We want to see the story building up to it rather than have them finish the story and win it. Especially for that main. Did you just call me a tool?
No, he said he won't be mean. I went to go click on it, and then he went to add the corrected.
So you popped up Tool first, you jackass. No, I'm getting tired of you being in control of the Switch. That's you pull up comments about.
I'm not keeping my finger.
You call me a tool.
You know what? I am keeping my finger on the Switch. Done. All right.
Speaking of keeping the finger on the switch, there were so many camera cuts last night. Did you notice that? There were a lot of camera cuts.
Yeah.
Is Kevin done in AEW?
That, like, I'm not saying that he is, but like that would be the most Tony Khan thing that you could do.
I noticed it way more than I'd have in the past. I was watching the I think we were on together when it was Harley Cameron and Mariah May. Yeah. And it was just camera cut. It was storming out there. Camera cut. It was just interesting to see, like, oh wow, there's a lot of things going on. Anything else with NXT, AEW? Holy crap. I am exhausted.
Kyle, are you sure you want him on tonight?
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Here's what you're talking about tonight, just so that you can see it and commit it to memory. That is what you guys are going to be discussing tonight.
On the dock. Remember, the good dock. Shout out to Landon Hale.
Yep, he is in the SCI tournament, and let's be honest, he's going to win the whole damn thing. Cannot wait to go to that show in July.
He better.
Yeah, I got money riding on it. No, not really, but
you shouldn't.
I don't.
It's a work.
Wait, what?
I know. It is pouring outside, folks.
Not over here.
Huh?
Not over here.
It is. You want me to turn the... Can you hear it? No? Okay.
Now I can.
Can you?
Now I can, yeah.
Yeah, it's pouring out there.
Tired of rain, man. I'm ready for pool season.
Yeah. No, I don't... Podcast Dad doesn't do the pool.
You should, though.
Again, if I wanted to take a bath, I would just do it in my tub.
What?
Isn't that what the pool is? It's just a giant bath. A lot of stinky people in the pool.
Can't argue with that logic.
See? Why not have my own private pool in my tub? Baths are disgusting, by the way. My wife takes baths. I'm like, are you just sitting in your own filth? And she's like, it's relaxing. And
Why?
It's disgusting.
Why are we doing this?
Because, man, we're just having fun.
I mean, we always have fun.
Have they announced the Queen of the Ring participants for SmackDown yet?
Let me do a quick Google. Let's see. You want to give the plugs real quick?
No, that's yours. Queen of the Ring bracket. I already got it. Boom. Screw you.
Get in line. Bats are ass. Kyle agrees.
Bats are ass.
I didn't say it. He said it.
The hell are you? Oh, bats.
Yeah.
Bats.
No.
I don't see a Queen of the Ring.
Oh, you don't have it, huh?
Well, I'm just not seeing where they've announced the SmackDown side, which is that's a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they announced the men's. Are they not doing it on? They can't go strictly house shows for that one, have they?
Oh, let me see what we got here. Oh, yeah, there's nothing on SmackDown, even on Wikipedia. So,
wait. All I'm seeing is for the men's. Hey, whatever. I guess they'll go on house shows or just weird.
This has gotten into over 1 hour OTM show vibes. We haven't even hit 30 minutes yet.
Close.
Yeah,
close.
No.
I don't think anything else I have on my mind. Let me go back to AEW real quick. See if there's anything else.
While he's doing that,
Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Copeland on Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
So
that'd be great. 2 great interviews dropping tomorrow. Thanks again to Kaya McKenna and Rudy Garza. Great conversations with both of them, trained by Seth Rollins and Booker T, respectively. Get into all things Black and Brave and reality of wrestling. Remember to check out the podcast Dad tonight on the On the Mark podcast, 8/7 Central on YouTube, Twitter, or where else you get your podcasts. Chris, I love you. Don't embarrass us. Buy merch, buy a mug, buy a t-shirt, buy a wait. I don't know how the hell he found this, but he's got some names here.
Where did you find that? All right. Well, Let's see. We got Tiff versus Blair.
Tiffany wins. Nia and Piper.
Ooh,
damn.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like. I mean, Nia will win, but
yeah. Yeah.
Chelsea and Indy. Chelsea was great on NXT, by the way.
She really was. Yeah, she looked excited to be there.
You know what should happen? I don't know if you saw the online exclusive. Her and Ariana Grace. That should be a team.
I did see that.
That should be a team.
They have really good chemistry. Yes, that
Yes, they do. And then Naomi and Candice. I would love to see Candice win, but Naomi wins.
Naomi, yeah, for sure. But those are some fun matches.
Those aren't bad. Well, shout out to Kyle with his sources. Thank you.
Is your source just Corey Brennan at Fightful? If so, I'm super jealous.
Don't be jealous. Be happy. We're all part of one big family.
Oh,
we're going to SummerSlam. I wore my old
We are going to SummerSlam.
Shirt.
We got our tickets. I'm excited, man. 2 years in a row. Let's do this.
Yep. Tuck, I will send you the money tomorrow when Daddy's paycheck clears.
Anything else?
Jay White has 9 title belts.
Technically, all 3 of them have a combined 9
There's
title
9
belts.
titles.
I do like how he's carrying his.
I do like that too.
On the baseball match.
But that's too many titles.
Yeah.
Too many titles.
Just stick with the Black Trios titles and leave it at that. They will eventually, but you got to let them bask in it.
Will they?
I'm cautiously optimistic that this will be a short-term bask in their glory, and that all will be well, and they will take. No, you're not doing it right. Yeah.
I did the Sabu. Let me do this.
I'm gonna do the.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do. I did the Sabu.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw Terry Funk's entrance on 2K, and I got excited.
Oh yeah. That's good.
CM Punk drops tomorrow. Your favorite wrestler. That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Next week, DLC. Oh man, put himself on mute for that one.
Yeah.
Remember my first beer. Love you guys. See you tonight. Come watch me on OTM.